does it?
Do you have off switch?
Yeah, it's right next to the prostate. Or is that the on switch?
Enough!
That bad guy, he's got my girl.
Don't worry, baby. I'm coming. I'm totally on top of this.
Deadpool. Rated R.
Welcome to Brick Wall Cinema, everyone, and today we are talking about the 2016 action hit Deadpool. Sergio, how are you familiar with Deadpool?
I'm very familiar. I think I remember seeing it, I'm not sure, in theaters. I do remember watching it a bunch of times on streaming though.
Me too. I remember this was actually my first movie my mom took me to that was R-rated. So imagine, it was so awkward to see a lot of the scenes that happened in this movie with my mom. I think at this point she'll also cover my eyes with some scenes for obvious reasons.
I don't want to question anything right now.
What do you mean you don't want to question?
I don't want to question how old you were or what it is that she thought it was going to be about. So I don't really care about that.
Sergio, use deductive reasoning though. If this movie came out in 2016 on February, my birthday's on June 23rd, so on 2003, so that means I must have been 13.
Do you have to think about your age for a second?
No. Fuck you. Do you remember how old you were?
When
this Deadpool came out?
I don't know what year it came out.
It came out February 12th, 2016. I remember that because it came out during Valentine's Day and that was a whole marketing for it, saying it's a love story. See, you're taking a lot longer than it did for me when I said my age.
2016,
so,
right?
Yes.
Okay, it's 2016, okay.
Are you thinking about it?
No.
Wait, so you're not thinking about it? You just let me in silence just thinking that you're gonna think about it the whole time?
Yeah, because I thought you were going to continue.
No, I'm gonna make sure you say what I want to know what you're gonna say because you made such a big deal me not knowing it at that time. So I want you to know and tell me.
No, I was asking if you didn't remember your age back then.
I did remember my age. Clearly, you don't.
Okay.
So tell me your age.
Why?
How old are you?
Why?
Because you made a big. You know, I'm not even gonna focus on it. God. Okay.
I told you I didn't want to question.
Oh, you didn't want to answer it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
I literally told you when you were talking about like how your mom invited you to see your first rated R movie. I said I didn't want to question how old you were.
Well, I wanted to question how old you were.
What?
Oh, God damn it. Never mind. Just fucking get over the basic info. This movie's rated R, directed by Tim Miller, and released in theaters on February 12th, 2016, 2 days before Valentine's Day, with a runtime of 1 hour and 48 minutes and a budget of $58 million. This film had a lower budget than any of the X-Men, Iron Man, Avengers, or Captain America movies.
Makes sense.
And you can definitely tell in certain parts of this movie.
I mean, yeah, I believe that was the point though. This movie wasn't actually originally planned to be made.
Yeah. Can you tell our audience, for people that might not know?
Know about what?
About how this movie was made.
Well, not too much is known from what I know, but I do remember that on YouTube there was a link of test footage for the movie, and that got leaked onto the internet. And as soon as people saw it, it blew up. It blew up all over the place. And apparently the studio had to greenlight it because people were so like, yeah, this is a new movie about a character that we love. And Deadpool is such a big is still such a big thing that they decided to go ahead and make a movie out of it. And Ryan Reynolds himself actually said that that him and 4 other people are likely suspect to who leaked the footage.
You got some of that right, Sergio. You're right about it leaking to the internet, but you said YouTube. It was actually Reddit.
Reddit?
Yeah.
I saw it on YouTube.
It might have been after it was on Reddit.
Maybe. All I know is that there was a leak and people saw it, so they rounded up a bunch of support for the movie.
Yeah, and that scene that they showed that was on YouTube was the scene of them and was Deadpool talking to the audience.
Him talking to the audience on the freeway.
Yes, and so they recreated that scene, but now I'm questioning, how did he know the villains were gonna be on the highway at the exact moment?
Because he talked to Agent Smith. Remember? This was after his big interrogations of Mr. Smith and all the people who were connected.
Oh, wait, hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. So that scene where he met up with him while doing the montage and comes across Agent Smith. He tells him that the highways were to go, and then guesses.
No, he says that's what they're traveling because they're coming back from making a big deal. Remember the Francis? Well, I'm gonna call him Francis because that's how I remember him because he says it a bunch. Francis, or AKA Ajax, just came back from making a deal to sell some of the mutated slaves or mutants or whatever to this one shady guy, and he goes on a plane. And now there's a convoy heading across the freeway, headed back to their base, I guess. And Agent Smith knew about that.
I don't believe you. Hold on.
Where's your boss?
I can tell you exactly.
Oh, you'll tell me. But first, you might want to look away for this. Now, this little piggy went to.
Wait, he didn't say where he was.
Well, yeah, because it skipped that part. He's gonna torture
Oh
him.
shit!
before
That's
he-
what they said. Okay, so you can't tell me shit they didn't say it in the movie.
So you're saying that the fact that he got him, interrogated him, says that he didn't tell him where he was because he just said he knew exactly where he is.
No, wait, hold on. Wait, no, hold on. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that he did torture him to the point where he did say what it was. Okay, I'll give you that now. I get it now. I got it. I
He already
retained
knew
it.
where he was, and he was already going to tell him. It's just that he wanted to torture him because he's the one who got him into that torture chamber.
Anyway, I'm gonna
Wait, did you even watch the movie?
I watched the fucking movie so many times. I can say it to you back and forth. I remember the fucking lines. Whose balls I have to fall to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it rhymes with Wolverine. And let me tell you, he's got nice pants, smooth criminal down and down. I can tell you the whole fucking movie every minute, back and forth. I can tell you the whole thing.
Now, how come you forgot the scene?
How did I forget this one scene where they hypothetically interpreted something that they didn't tell you in the movie? How could I guess that? How could I have known? Okay, now I know. I know now.
So you're saying you watched the movie so many times, yet
Yes.
you didn't remember the scene?
You made me wonder why I'm wearing a brown while I'm wearing a red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. This man's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Chance, you're just repeating quotable lines from the movie.
God, I miss cocaine.
Yes, quotable lines.
I could quote more, but they won't make any sense if you don't see the movie.
To the audience or to me?
To everyone.
Okay then. This shit's gonna have nuts in it. Oh, I remember that scene.
I'm gonna smack the bitch off of you. I can't. Okay. This is gonna be
I wonder how much fun Ryan Reynolds had making this.
Oh, this is gonna be a fucking long episode. I can already tell you, this is gonna be a loose episode because we're just going back and forth of different things.
True. So what did you want to talk about first in the
Well,
movie?
I didn't finish how much it grossed. We're still in the basic info. It grossed $782 million worldwide.
Makes sense. It was a huge hit.
Yeah, right under Passion of the Christ. Domestically, but not
Passion-
overseas.
Passion of the Christ came out the same year?
No, that was the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's a religious thing.
Yeah, except Deadpool beat him overseas because they don't believe in religion.
Yeah, I think that has to do with China.
Right.
But should I explain that to people who don't know?
First, I was making a joke, but I don't think we need to go into depth on why a religious movie didn't do good overseas.
No, I mean specifically China, because that's where people usually try to do it. Because like in Avatar, the one with the blue people, that one grows so much because it was able to be marketed in China.
Right. What's your point?
China is very strict. I actually learned about this from film theory. You know, from film theory.
Yeah.
That movies that depict religion or certain like biblical aspects don't usually do well in other countries, especially China, which has a huge population, which is where most movies try to market to because of the fact that they can make so much money off of that. But when it has like when it has religious aspects such as demons, devils, angels, or even has to do with God, it doesn't do too well there because they are very strict with that, saying that they don't want anything to do with God over there because they're banned on certain movies like that.
Yeah, and also like other political reasons why some movies don't do well or don't even get released in certain places. But I think we don't think we should go into delve into that. So the Rotten Tomatoes score for critics is 85% or 90% for audiences, and for cast we got Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson. Do I even need to go by the cast? It's pretty stuff.
For Ryan, no. For everyone else, I think so.
Miranda Bachman as Vanessa Carlisle, Ed Skieran as Francis Freeman or Ajax, TJ Miller as Weasel. I think that's the people, yeah. And Sergio, do you want me to do a synopsis or do you want to do it?
Let's just you do it.
Deadpool tells the origin story of former Special Forces operative turned mercenary Wade Wilson, who after being subjected to a rogue experiment that leaves him with accelerated healing powers, adopts an alter ego, Deadpool. Armed with his new abilities and a dark twisted sense of humor, Deadpool hunts down the man who nearly destroyed his life.
Nearly?
I'm sorry, do you want me to fix that? Do you want me to go over it again?
No, I was just I was surprised that they put that in the synopsis where it says near the destroys life, because in the movie it's implied that he destroyed his entire life because of the fact that he cannot be seen around town.
Yeah, I should probably fix that. I probably won't.
No, I don't think it needs to be fixed. I just thought it would be something to point out.
Okay. So
Also, Wade was part of Special Forces.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
you didn't know that? Did you see the
No.
movie?
Yes, I saw the movie, but I was confused on what is his background because they didn't really specifically explain it. They just said that he met with Special Forces in TGI Fridays. So I was confused on whether or not he was part of the group or he met the
That was
group.
part of a mission. So let's go to our favorite scene.
Let's see. I think my favorite scene would either be Deadpool versus Colossus on the freeway, or it'd be Deadpool versus Francis.
Fuck. I was gonna say the first meeting of Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
And you are
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Negasonic Teenage. What the shit? That's the coolest name ever! I'm a teenage girl. I'd rather be anywhere than here. I'm all about long, sullen silences, followed by mean comments, followed by more silences. So what's it gonna be, huh? Long, sullen silence or mean comment? Go on.
You got me in a box here.
That was my favorite scene in the whole movie. I don't know, like it just the whole back and forth between them talking. I don't know. Even also the whole counting down with the 10 bullets scene. Those,
Oh, yeah.
those scenes are awesome.
You can tell that they really put the money in those scenes, and it really did pay off because everything else is carried by Ryan Reynolds acting like Deadpool.
Yeah, because they didn't have enough money for any of the action sequences, so they stretched this one out as long as they could. Maybe that's why they actually had to do like the story in between the fight scenes.
And it did a good job with it, though.
Yeah, but I remember when I was a kid, I'm like, I want to see more Deadpool. Why are we watching this? But then now I like it a little. I like it, I think, as much as I do with the Deadpool scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a 13-year-old kid with my mom. I don't want to watch a lot of these two people having sex. I just want to watch the action comedy.
I remember thinking about that, like the Transformers movies when I was younger. I was so confused because I couldn't understand what it is they were talking about because of the fact that I did not know anything about Transformers at the time. And I was like, where are all the fights? I want to see the robots transform.
Who was this Megan
with
Fox
all
and
the-
why is she bending over a car?
No, I didn't really care about that when I was a kid.
Okay, side note. Why the hell did they end that movie with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox making out on top of Bumblebee?
It was supposed to be a good shot, but the fact is that they don't really think about it all that much. Besides, Transformers don't. I don't want to get into anatomy with Transformers.
That's
but
disgusting though, because Bumblebee, he does have a personality, so him having a personality while on top of them, it's kind of disgusting. It's like having sex on top of a robot.
he is a robot.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like he could put on music out of nowhere. So you just, while you're having sex with Megan Fox, thinking,
Yes.
oh my God, this robot is playing music to help me get laid.
Well, yeah, he's been doing that the entire when they first met.
Exactly.
He was doing that. Yeah.
It's a robot
He's-
cuck.
What?
What?
No,
What?
he's a wingman.
You know, yeah, sure, that too. Yeah, well, wingmans leave the room when they're having sex.
Well, true, but it's not like he can go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a fucking car.
Well, yeah, and leave them like that.
Let's leave and tell Bumblebee come back around like 20 minutes or so. Or just go into a room.
Uh-huh.
Are you really against me with this, Sergio?
Well, yeah, because he's a car.
Yeah. You tell a car to leave. Like, you can tell a car to leave, Sergio.
But he's not a human.
He
Transformers
listens.
Yes, but Transformers don't mates. They don't get that.
So,
So it wouldn't bother him.
it might bother Shia LaBeouf though.
But it doesn't.
And that doesn't freak you out a little bit?
No. It's like having a dog in the room.
Do you want a dog watching you while you're having sex?
No.
Exactly.
I'm saying that it's just the same kind of presence. Like they're there, but they'll leave.
What if they don't?
But that's the thing. They don't outright go at it. They just make out. That's it.
Well, it cut away.
Yeah. What the? Do you think you're gonna do it right there while all the Transformers are around them?
Oh, they're already fine with one Transformer around them. What's wrong with multiple?
Well, yeah. That's the thing. They don't do it in front of them.
We don't know. It ended before they could see.
Chance, you're saying that you think they would not be comfortable with that, and I'm saying like, well, they probably didn't do it. They probably just made out. And now you're saying that you think that they actually did it in front of all those machines, and you're saying that they're okay with that when you're just trying to argue that they probably weren't, and it's weird.
Well, if they're gonna have him there, I might as well fucking stay there. I don't know. Why are we even talking about this anymore? I feel like we went on a huge side tangent right now for something that doesn't even matter to the movie.
Yes, because you just talked about that.
Oh my god! I don't even know.
Why did you even bring it up?
Because we're talking about watching sex. I think I don't remember.
What is it with you and just talking about sex?
What's wrong with you and not talking about sex? It's everywhere.
Well, for one, we're on a recording. I don't think we can talk about that if we're gonna post this on YouTube.
We can talk about it. We're not doing
No, because they would age restrict it, which would detriment our monetization.
Yeah, I'll damage our 1 cent that comes in every month.
1 cent is still 1 cent. It's better than nothing.
Right, look at my privileged ass. Anyway, back to Deadpool. The fucking favorite scene. My favorite scene was with the Colossus, Deadpool, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead meeting each other. And what was your other favorite scene?
I was gonna say the fight between Deadpool and Francis.
Which
the
one?
whole build-up of the last one.
Oh, the ending?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, no, you go ahead. What was your question?
So at the beginning of the movie in the highway, when he actually comes across Francis, he beats the shit out of him in less than 30 seconds. And stabs him.
Yeah.
But in the climax of the movie, it takes like over 10 minutes. You can not see the problem here?
What's the problem?
How could he last 10 minutes in a fight with Deadpool if Deadpool really can easily kill him in less than 30?
Well, for one, back then he didn't have any weapons besides a gun, and he was already taken down with a motorcycle.
So did Deadpool.
What?
So did Deadpool.
Deadpool what?
Deadpool didn't have any guns.
Yeah. No, he did have guns.
Now when he was shooting, no, it was with Francis.
Which scene are you talking about?
Both of them. He forgot his ammo bag twice.
Also, he was worried about Vanessa.
Wouldn't that make it a lot more of a reason to make it go faster?
Not exactly, because Francis does not feel pain. He does not stagger or he does not stop because he's in pain. He doesn't feel anything.
Okay.
Yeah, this is why he is smiling while he has a metal pipe through his chest. He doesn't feel any pain.
I thought he just didn't care, or movie logical to where someone can literally have a whole speech while getting shot. So
no, he explained at the beginning of the movie when they met him that he was a subject of the test too.
I remember that
he was tortured.
The guy said "fucking mutant." I remember that, but I don't remember him saying that. That's why.
What?
At the beginning of the movie where flashbacks to Francis picking up something, it's like he chokes some guy out and says "fucking mutant." That's what the guy says when he walks away. I remember that. That's nothing else.
Yeah, because he is immune. Everyone who's been tested on in these experiments and tortured.
Yeah, I know that. That's all I remember. I remember that he's immune, but I didn't know really what his power was. I thought he was just super strong.
No, it's just that his nerve endings are burned away, so that he can't feel anything. So
that really
he can basically do anything a normal human can do. It's just that he does not have pain receptors or any kind of sensations that stop him from going beyond what his body is capable of. So he's able to push his body even further.
Oh, I forgot. I might have missed that. Anyway, and do you have any favorite quotes in the movie?
My favorite quote. Let me think. Oh man, there's so many things he says in here.
I'm aware.
Oh, I think my favorite one that I remember the most is when he's in the montage and he says, "Donde está Francesca?" as he's stabbing a guy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, during the montage, he keeps asking, "Where's Francis?" And while he's beating up another guy in the hallway, he says, "Donde está Francesca?"
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Because it's just so random. Like he starts speaking a different language.
Yeah,
and then he immediately cuts to, "Tell me what your fucking boss is, or you're gonna die." Even in 5 minutes.
Even at one scene, I loved the quote where he's like,
"Don't make me ask twice. Where is Francis? You made me ask twice." Is the mask muffling my voice?
He made me ask twice.
Is the mask muffling my voice?
Anyway, that reminds me of how Deadpool first started off. He actually wasn't breaking the fourth wall. It was just the authors making jabs at the fact that it's supposed to be like a parody character.
Yeah, of Slade Wilson.
And then of Slade Wilson, yes, of Slade.
DC.
And then, yes. And then he became kind of his own thing where he started breaking the fourth wall, and writers were able to have fun with him because he could basically just do almost anything. And surprisingly enough, this movie is actually very faithful adaptation to the comics version of his origins.
Right, I was shocked by that too, because we know movies going to comic books. This is like the hybrid area where Marvel movies and DC movies are starting to become more comic book accurate to things. Because before this, we had like the X-Men movies, and after X-Men Origins Wolverine, where people got so pissed at how they used Deadpool in that movie, like, you know, we gotta fix this. We can't leave him like this.
They even made fun of that in this movie
Multiple times.
Uh-huh.
If you don't keep talking, I'll slow that mouth shut. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Or like, please don't make the super. Wait, that's Green Lantern. Never mind.
Yeah, I heard
Or
that
the
Ryan
action
Reynolds
figure.
hated that role.
Huh?
I heard that Ryan Reynolds, when he was playing that, he actually hated it.
Really? You tell me that Ryan Reynolds hated Green Lantern? The
Yeah.
same guy that played Deadpool and went back in time and shot him for doing the Green Lantern movie?
Well, yeah, because it's something that the actor actually said. And also, I wanted to give context to the audience.
Oh. All right, let's go into notes then.
I thought we were in notes.
Huh?
I thought we were in notes.
No, I was in quotes.
Oh, okay.
So, do you have any notes, Sergio?
I don't think so. Nothing we haven't already talked about. At least that I can remember anyway.
Okay. So, when Francis and Angel Dust go into the bar looking for Deadpool, Weasel says,
Have fun at your midnight showing of Blade 2.
why doesn't he just say Blake Trinity? That's the one with Ryan Reynolds in it.
No, I didn't think about that.
Maybe that was just like a improv line from TJ Miller. Didn't really think about it.
I think so.
What else? Did you get the joke at the begin with Wade Wilson shitting in a litter box at the beginning of the movie?
That might Sam's.
I will shoot your fucking cat.
I don't really know what that means. I don't have a cat.
Then whose kitty litter did I just shit in? Anywho.
No, I did not get that. I think that was just him being deranged.
No matter how much I watch this movie, I never get that joke. I asked my sister the other day, she said it might be like a kink thing.
A king?
A kink.
Oh, okay. But then the guy said he didn't have a cat. What did he shit in? Because there shouldn't be a litter box if he doesn't have a cat. So what did he shit in?
I don't know. That is the question that is the question, isn't it? What did he shit in?
He going around shitting in boxes, Chance. This man has to be stopped.
I feel sorry for everyone that's listening to this and hearing all this, censoring all of this.
I mean, it will be fun though.
So early in the movie, when you saw the Deadpool chart, did you catch any of the names on there?
I did catch a few ones besides the ones they already said, and Wilson's too, but I didn't catch them all because they mostly just focused on it.
Some of them are actually pretty funny. Some of them are Ryan Reynolds, TJ Miller, Lindsay Lohan, Miley Cyrus, Vladimir Putin, Wade Wilson, Bill Cosby, Charlie Sheen, Kanye West.
Is that Mike
name?
Tyson?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And who's Rock? K-Rock. What's that one?
Which one?
They're all the way at the right. The first one at the top. The pick.
Oh, I don't know. Kid Rock?
Maybe.
Shia LaBeouf. Oh, there's Shia LaBeouf. Now we're back to Transformers.
Oh shit!
Oh God.
Oh wait, there's TJ Miller
and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Which exists in this universe because there's a shot at the beginning of the movie with the magazine that shows him on the magazine. And Deadpool mentions him when he's talking to Blind Al. You remember that?
I don't think so.
Really? You don't see you remember the one in the magazine, right?
I think so. I just don't remember which scene.
It was when they're doing the credits and him saying like, okay, so with Blind Al, he was talking saying how
looks on everything.
Looks are everything. You ever heard David Beckham speak? It's like he mouth sexed a can of helium. Think Ryan Reynolds got this far on his superior acting method?
Love is blind, Wade.
No. You're blind.
yeah, there you go.
To be honest, when he did a lot of those references, I didn't understand because I do not know a lot of them by name.
Let's give our rating. I give 5 stars. What about you?
I also give it 5 stars. It was a really refreshing take on superheroes at the time, and it did spiral into its own kind of thing where it impacted a lot of the other ones.
Right,
Actually made way for like non-conventional superheroes, aside from like the Avengers, the example that the Avengers came with.
This revolutionized superhero movies mainly because of now the idea of, hey, our movies are profitable now. Let's do more R-rated action movies, R-rated superhero movies. So then we got Logan, The Suicide Squad, Zack Snyder Justice League. Oh God, I thought there'd be more.
There are more, but
I mean,
mostly
after
it just
Deadpool?
infected. Huh?
After Deadpool,
Besides Deadpool 2 and 3 that are coming out.
Logan.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it more affected the tones of other movies where they were able to get into deeper stuff.
Right, and I would say the meat of this movie is the heart and also the comedy.
I thought it was more Ryan Reynolds just acting straight up goofy throughout the entire movie.
I mean, yeah, but you can't have a movie being just goofy the whole time without any substance, because if it does, then some people, most of the demographic will hate it. Mainly critics might just hate it, but need to have some sort of grounded level of it that will make it to where you want to go back to, or have like an impact, or feel like a big story. You can't have it be all jokes, you could have that, but it needs to have a reasoning. It can't just be random LOL humor all the time.
Well, yeah, but it's not just that. It's humor relating to Deadpool, because that's how Deadpool acts.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a goofball, and he's also deranged, so it makes sense why he acts this way, and it's entertaining to watch.
Right, he's the only one that does the jokes, which is a good thing, because if everyone else was doing jokes like that too, then it will get annoying really fast.
Well, I think a lot of superhero movies actually have tried to do that, where they put a bunch of comedy into the movie for no reason.
All right, so I think we call it an episode. I'm Chance.
I'm Sergio.
And have a cinematic day.
A sense of confidence is nothing but a sense of power within yourself, a sense of certainty that you can pull something off. And you can create that feeling literally in a moment. It's not.
Hello, friends. I'm back. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
I want some more.
Daddy's got this.
This'll be fun.
Let's get through!
And that is why the man bun is just a millennial mullet.
Deadpool 2, rated R. Experience it in IMAX May 18.
Welcome to Brickwall Cinema, everyone. And today we're talking about Deadpool 2. Sergio, how are you familiar with Deadpool 2?
I'm not as familiar as with the first one, mostly because I've only seen it a few other times.
I was so ready for this movie. I knew it was coming out a long time ago before they showed any trailers for it, because I like to keep up with the news a lot. So I was looking up at the production news for it, and I remember once Logan came out, they released a teaser called No Good Deed, like a little short. Did you ever see that one, Sergio?
No.
Really? Okay, well, we'll be right back. I'm gonna show him the trailer real quick.
I've worked too hard in this life to let someone.
Oh, you want to end up dead?
Oh no, please don't hurt me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Not on my watch, motherfucker.
Are you hearing me? Can you hear me? Help!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good. No, no, no. Oh, you're not gonna walk that one off. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, that was our first introduction to Deadpool 2. And I found out that Sergio hasn't seen Logan, so that's definitely stay tuned. Let's go to first impressions then. You first.
Yeah, okay. I honestly really enjoyed this movie. It was surprisingly much more existential than I thought it would be.
Really?
When I first saw the trailer, I thought, okay, this is a sequel. This is awesome. I'm wondering what they're gonna do with it, because I wasn't sure where else they could go until they kind of threw a curveball when I first saw the movie, as they peeled off Vanessa, and I was shocked by that, and I really did like seeing this whole sequence of Deadpool kind of going through this whole montage of trying to kill himself, then meeting with this kid who kind of gives him a new reason to stay alive.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna flat out say it. I didn't like this one as much as I did the first one. I respect it in another way. I like it, but for alternative reasons. I like you said, how it's more existential. I like how it's more dark than the first one, because we sort of need to do that with a sequel. Even with some of my favorite sequels bring up more darker tones in the second movie, which I love. Terminator 2, Back to the Future 2, just to name a few. And I'm not trying to rhyme either. And this one, it's not as funny in my opinion as the first one, but it is as its own movie. The action is more. I like the action more in this one than I did the first one. I'll easily say that. That probably might be because of the director David Leitch. We already talked about him a lot on this channel. We talked about him with our Nobody review and for the Fall Guy review. So we know he's really good with action, and you can definitely tell it's his signature action in this movie, where someone is limited to the things they have around them to just beat the crap out of someone next to them.
They use a lot of practical effects in this.
Yeah, and even the stuff that seem more CGI, like the Juggernaut or Colossus, they look better in this one. And it might be due to the budget being an actual superhero budget. It's double the budget for the first one. So, I mean, all the money is on screen, and you can definitely tell. It felt weird watching it the first time watching it.
Who's the kid's name again? The one with the fire hands?
Julian Dennison.
Oh, okay.
But his character's name is Russell.
Russell. Oh, yeah, right. I wonder if he's an actual character in the comics, because I don't remember seeing anything like that.
He is. He doesn't look like how he looked in the movie.
He kind of reminds me of Sunspot.
His name is Fire Fist.
I'm curious about this character. Do you think he'll come back in the movies, or is he just going to be around, or is he just going to be kind of like in the background?
I think he'll just be in the background. Because remember in Deadpool,
What would you say?
Because I remember in Deadpool, in the trailer for Deadpool Wolverine, it looks like he's gonna be taken out of his home early in the movie, and so we won't see a lot of those characters except for like one scene or one area.
It really sucks because I would actually like to see more of the character and see like what he does or what he's chosen to do with his life nowadays. Because Deadpool in this movie, he actually goes back and changes a lot of things with time travel, which is why in the new movie he's going to be encountered by the TVA. So I am curious to think, what are the other characters going to do while Deadpool is off doing his own adventures? I think that would be interesting to explore.
You'll think so, but I can already tell that there's a lot of people that are not going to want to see that. They're like, why are we stopping the movie for these side characters doing something that's not really essential to the part of the movie?
No, that's not the movie. I'm not talking about in the movie. I'm thinking like getting something else that we could show to see what they do whenever Deadpool's not around. Because Fire Fist or Russell, he's kind of a reformed kid who been through a lot. So now I'm questioning, what is he gonna do now? Because I know he doesn't just stay with Deadpool and Vanessa all the time. Colossus and Megasonic Teenage Warhead and Yukio, their relationship, I would really like to see what else they do. Because, well, Colossus actually is a really cool character that everyone has given like support to. But
Colossus feels like
it's hard to not. What was that?
I'll say Colossus is basically like the Cyclops of the Deadpool movies.
Cyclops?
Yeah, he's like the Boy Scout that everyone makes fun of him for being.
Well, true, but that's how Colossus always is.
Not always, but I get you.
Yes, that's how he is.
Not always.
Too. In the cartoon, he acts the same way.
Not in the comics.
How does he act in the comics?
You know what? Never mind. Anyway, let's go with our favorite scenes. So that what's your favorite scene, Sergio?
I don't know. My favorite scene, I would think either the bathhouse fight or the fight with hang on. The bathhouse fight where he fights all those people in the bathhouse. The first fight he has with Cable, because that was funny, and the third one is when him and Cable fight off those people from that asylum, the daycare thing where Russell was.
Stop taking my favorite scene, man. I love my favorite scene was I have three favorite scenes. My favorite scene in the beginning with the bathhouse scene, like him just going around different areas and across, like going global with his mercenary skills.
You mean his montage?
Yeah, the montage, the 9 to 5 sequence, and the conversation that they had at the apartment with Blind Owl, Weasel, and Cable and Domino. Him with the baby legs, that whole scene. And the X-Force scene. All of X-Force jumping out of the plane. That's one of my favorite scenes.
I wonder, is X-Force an actual thing?
Yes.
Or is this something they just made up for this movie?
It's an actual thing. They have a couple comics.
Oh, okay. Do they have the same characters as in this movie, or is it just random characters?
Random characters.
Oh, okay.
But they do have Deadpool in them. And I think, if my knowledge is correct, when he is in X-Force, he has the black and white Deadpool outfit. They make a reference to that later in the movie with him getting burnt up. You want to go on our notes, Sergio?
That's what the whole point of this was. That's why I thought we were going to go next.
Yeah, we are going next. That is what's next. So, which version of the movie did you watch, Sergio? Because there's 3 different versions.
There's 3?
Yeah.
I know there's the PG-13 one, and then there's the rated R one. Is there a different one?
The unrated super duper cut.
Oh, I don't think I saw that. I saw the rated R version.
I watched all 3 of them to get ready for this review.
Oh, okay.
And my favorite one is the original rated R one, the theatrical cut. The second one, I mean, because the super duper cut takes out jokes I thought were funny from the first one and replace them with some that are not as funny. And the PG-13 one, it's not really. I saw that one in theaters. Maybe I'm more sour because I paid money to see it in theaters.
I mean, that was the whole point why they said it. Deadpool himself says it in the movie. It says that they just did it for the money.
Well, yeah, but it's one thing to say it and actually do it, and then trick a 15-year-old to go watch it.
They didn't really trick anybody.
They tricked me, damn it. Okay, so
they said in the trailer that it's just for money. There's nothing really different about it besides the fact they dumbed it down, the dirty jokes and all the violence, so that kids could watch it with their family.
Yeah, but some of the jokes that were in the Once Upon a Deadpool were in the super duper cut. So they edited. They have a version that has both the scenes from the first one and second one. I mean, and from the idea of Once Upon a Deadpool, I know it's just to make money, but it doesn't make sense logistically because the people who saw the first one, I mean, the people that they're targeting this towards, like kids or stuff like that, they can't see. They're not gonna understand what's going on because they didn't get to see the first one because there's no PG-13 version of the first one. Make a sequel to a big movie or age that's for younger audiences, but the audiences aren't gonna understand what's going on because they didn't see the first movie. That's stupid.
Usually they don't really care what happens in the first movie. When a kid sees this movie, they only care about the action. They don't know about the story.
I care.
Yes, but you were older.
I was 15.
Yes, and this was PG-13.
It reminds me of when back in the 80s and 90s, when they made like sequels to big movies, they'll make them PG-13 if they're originally R, just to get a bigger audience. But back then it already made sense because they're stories that are easy to understand. RoboCop 3, let's make that PG-13. Doesn't matter. You're just about a robot that's a cop that lives in Detroit. That's all you need to know. I don't know. That's just a personal nitpick for me, but I digress. With this movie, I only have like a couple of notes. So Sergio, how did you feel about the baby leg scene?
It fits the character. I find it funny.
I could. It's weird. When I saw the movie, when I saw him starting to walk, I could hear you laughing so hard with him just trying to walk towards Cable.
Okay.
Okay. God, this is going nowhere. I don't really have much to say about Deadpool 2.
Well, I'm kind of confused on what it is you want me to react.
I don't know, why picture Deadpool walking. When I see Deadpool walking with baby legs, I can already hear you laughing your ass off like you just saw it in theater. Like I picture that because I know how you act to stupid shit like that.
God,
I hate when you fucking do that, man.
I mean, I'm not sure really what to say because I just said that I found it funny.
Yeah, but you always want to say, I thought this was funny. I thought you'd do this. Okay.
Well, yeah, because you already did that for me.
Okay, so also speaking of that scene, did you notice what shirt Wade was wearing?
No.
It was a flower Hawaiian shirt. But
is that referencing something?
Yes. Are you familiar with the movie called Goonies?
Yes.
Are you familiar with Chunk?
The big kid, right?
Yes. You notice the shirt that he's wearing?
Yeah, it's the same shirt, is it?
Yeah.
Is it a reference to something?
I think that is the reference.
That is just referencing Goonies?
Yeah. Because Josh Brolin because Josh Brolin was in Goonies.
Which one's Josh Brolin?
He was the older brother.
No, who in Deadpool 2 is Josh Brolin?
Cable.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
Interesting.
And even they make a joke about that too when he was fighting on the truck. He was saying, "Bring it on, One-Eyed Willie." That was
Deadpool said that.
Yeah, yeah. He was talking to Cable when he said it.
Who's One-Eyed? Oh, right, the pirate, right?
Jeez, yes. I can hear the wheels turning in your head.
Put a wheel like gears clinking sound effect.
If I'm good enough, I'll do that. But if not, I'm just gonna put a failure sound effect in.
No, I know what you're gonna do. You're just gonna put the voice saying that he never did.
Probably.
What else did you want to talk about in the movie?
Do you have any notes for the movie?
Not specifically. Other than
anything, man. Go ahead.
Let me think. I did think about one thing. It did give a certain adaptation of Death's relationship with Deadpool.
What do you mean? Expand.
In the comics, Death is an actual person, and Deadpool has a relationship with her.
Right, so does Thanos.
Yes. In this one, it didn't do that. Instead, it was just Vanessa being a representation of Death and how he can no longer interact with it.
Well, it makes sense because why would we introduce a new character if we can just kill someone off and expand on their character and then bring it back up? Because if we...
No, I know. I'm saying that In the first movie, they did something different with Deadpool, where they didn't actually have him be in a sort of a concentration camp sort of thing, and then made the Deadpool a part of that camp because they were debating on whether or not someone would survive the experiments. They made him a mercenary who was in part of a sort of mercenary guild. They were betting who would die because the mercenaries are always on death's door. But they made it so that his girlfriend, who was in the comics, was an actual person instead of someone who's just a one-off. And they made him have a relationship with her throughout his career instead of it just being a personification of death. And so they played with that by having her die and then having her be a representation of how death was in the comics, because Deadpool and Death are in a relationship and they cannot be together because Deadpool can never die.
No, it's a love affair.
Yeah. Also, is she playing with an arc reactor or something?
Are you talking about the post-credit scene?
Yeah, this one. Because she's tinkering with that. What is it? Is it?
That was
looks like a Iron Man.
That was Cable's time travel device.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it looked a lot like Tony Stark's spark.
Yeah, because remember he was saying that he only had 2 sparks to go back home and like here and go back.
Oh yeah.
So you'll just make it to where you can have a limited time stuff because that's just lazy writing. That brings up another thing I want to bring up with this movie. Nothing fucking matters in this movie. You let me explain?
Like, what do you mean when nothing matters?
Well, by that I mean nothing's really impactful in this movie because all the characters that we already knew from the first movie are back in the second one. I mean, back in the third one, except the only person that returns that was in the second one was Paul, because at the beginning of the movie, Vanessa dies, but then next you know we got Cable there, but he doesn't come back in the sequel. We don't see him in any of the trailers. Are you confused?
No.
Wait, you're not confused, or it doesn't make any sense? What do you mean?
No, I get it. It's like one big plot hole.
Yeah, I mean, I still like the movie and all, but it kind of is like a what's the word when it's close to me, but I can't really. It's untangible, not really intangible, but more like I can't really grab onto it if I know it's not gonna be important or like impactful anyway. Where it's like, yeah, it's fun and everything. It's like a side quest in a way, or a DLC. Where yeah, it's fun to add this on there, but it doesn't really impact the story in any way. And I don't think it's gonna be impactful for any of the sequels because none of the people are gonna be in the sequel.
I think that's kind of the whole thing. The whole story does unfold as it is, and Deadpool does go back and try to make everything as happy as possible. But that's why the TVA comes after him.
Okay, so
and the thing is that Deadpool was. I believe that there was actually a theory about this. I saw over on Film Theory that Deadpool is the reason the TVA went back in time because, well, they did go back in time because he didn't mess with time. But they also are taking him because he can break the fourth wall, which means that he can alter the story in directions not seen. He's like a wild card they can play.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was mainly it. Do you want to go with the rating?
Yeah, let's go over it.
All right. I'm kind of torn on this one, man. I was deciding whether to do 3.5 stars or 4 stars, but then I decided to give it 4 stars because I do love the action. That action gives it a plus for me. What about you?
To me, I'm kind of debating, but I probably would also give it a 4. I'm not 100% on board on that, but I'm gonna get that for now because I did love a bunch of stuff about it. Humor was a bit all over the place, even though it still held the same tone. But I did enjoy this movie almost as much as I did the first one.
Right, same here.
Anyway, so are we gonna end it here?
Yeah, I think that we call it an episode. I'm Chance.
I'm Sergio.
Have a cinematic day. Welcome to Brickwall Cinema, everyone, and today we're talking about Deadpool Wolverine.
The only one that's coming out this year.
Yeah, the only one coming out in 2024. And
although, to be honest, that is a pretty good move considering what they've done with the last movies that came out last year.
And warning, we're going to swear this whole time. I'm not going to censor it this time. It's Deadpool. He doesn't deserve to be censored.
It's a rated R movie.
What?
Of course not. It's a rated R movie.
No, we're not going to censor ourselves.
Exactly. Whenever we do a rated R movie, we cuss the fuck out of everything.
That's what he thinks, audience. But actually, I censored almost every episode of the podcast until now.
Well, yeah, that's mostly you, though.
No, it's everyone. Everyone swears.
Yes, but I try not to because the fact is I don't know whether or not we're going to be doing it or not.
Well, now you can, Sergio.
Sweet.
And also, we have a guest today.
Hello.
Hey, say hi to Ari, everyone. Hi, Ari.
I have returned. Hello. I'm back.
She has risen.
I can make a joke, but I'm gonna say it later.
Okay. All right. So It's rated R, directed by Sean Levy. You know him. He directed Free Guy and The Adam Project. So he's worked with Ryan Reynolds a couple of times. And this movie released in theaters on July 26, 2024, with a runtime of 128 minutes, with a budget of $200 million. And so far, it's biggest opening for an R-rated movie. So it's already breaking records. It's not even like a whole week yet.
Oh yeah, huh? That's pretty huge.
I know, right?
It's probably the best, like best performing Marvel movie in a while.
What do you mean?
Like,
what about the Marvels and also Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania?
Those were okay movies, but the story overall kind of fell flat once we realized what the themes are and look back at the movie. The themes just fell flat compared to what happened throughout the sequence of the movie.
Buddy, I was joking. Those were significant bombs. They did not do as they expected. I tried making a joke voice, but even Sergio can't even understand when I'm making a joke voice because he made a joke. He told me that last episode that he can't tell when I'm making a joke.
I could tell. I mean, I was gonna say it's probably because of your like the way you deliver it.
You figure out how I can read him so I can tell when he's making a joke. Because sometimes he goes like all in on the joke and then tries to get serious about the joke. So that's when I get confused. So now I tell when he's making a joke.
Anyway, let's get into the synopsis. Deadpool is offered a place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by the Time Variance Authority, but instead recruits a variant of Wolverine to save his universe from extinction.
Hooray.
Yeah, it's pretty short, pretty simple. Gets to the point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very simple story, but there's a lot of weight behind it. I think it's mostly just due to like the characters and what they've been through and what it is their goals is what gives the movie its weight.
Right. And we should probably let's get into our first impressions on the movie. So Ari, since you're our guest, you tell us how it went down when you first saw it, and what your thoughts were.
How it went down when I first saw it. I saw it on Friday at like the 12:45 showing or whatever. It was weird because I don't usually go to showings that early, but it was nice because we were able to get to our seats and whatever. But that being said, not a lot of other people were there, so I don't know. It feels weird to watch a movie opening weekend and not have like a bunch of other people screaming and like pointing and laughing at the different things on the screen. It felt weird, like as an experience in the audience, but the movie itself was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I went with my friends. The opening sequence, immediately we were already laughing. It was really good. The story I thought was solid. I think people are reading a little too far into it, like with critiques and stuff. I mean, it's Deadpool. The whole point is to like have fun and laugh and like be edgy and stuff. It's not meant to be like deep. The action sequences were really good, actually, really good. I thought the fight scenes were really cool. Probably some of the best ones that I've seen on screen in a while. The special effects, like the editing that they did to get certain things to happen on screen were really interesting, and some of them really did make me uncomfortable, which, you know, kudos to them for being able to do that. But it was solid all around. Casted great. The line delivery were like, most of the line deliveries were really good. It was just kind of like quick too, because they'd say things and people would laugh and then they'd have a follow-up line that was even funnier, but I couldn't hear them because people were still laughing. So I think I need to see it a second time, but I did really like it overall. Solid movie. I would watch it again in a heartbeat.
Awesome. And I'm gonna also say we're gonna wait till we give our ratings to say our spoilers for the movie. So we're gonna get to our favorite scenes, favorite quotes, or actually no. Let's go our first impressions, then our ratings, then the spoilers, because there's a lot to talk about with this movie.
Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I tried to keep it vague because I didn't want to say exactly what I was talking about.
I caught on to that.
Okay.
So me and Sergio saw opening day on Thursday, actually. And the first showing on 3D, which was the earliest show we could find, and I made sure in every way I can to get there on time so I won't miss opening. I was itching to be there on time. I called Sergio saying, "Hey, I'm on my way." I told him I was 30 minutes away when I was 40 minutes away, so I could be prepared when I get there. And once I got there, I had to help him with the shoe rack. And I'm like, "Okay, sure, I'm gonna help you get the shoe rack. We can get this done. We got enough time so I can do this. I planned for this." And once we get to the theater, we got there 30 minutes early, and it turns out there's a huge line for a line for popcorn and drinks. And I said, "Sergio, we need to get in that line. I need to get this X bucket. I need to get it. And he's like, okay, fine. We got in line. I'm freaking out a little bit because I'm like, oh my God, what if we don't make it? What if we don't make it to opening? It's already said it's supposed to start right now. I'm freaking out. I'll be like, okay, we can make it. We're going to make it. And it's like 7 minutes. Like, it's 7 minutes late. Next thing you know, this fucking guy next to us in line was saying, actually, it's 8 minutes until the movie starts. Who the fuck are you? I didn't know who he was. No one knew who he was. And I got a little frustrated and my anxiety was going crazy because I'm like, are you trying to make me feel better? Are you making me feel better by telling me that I might miss some of the movie right now? And no, I got a little mad, but Sergio's like, it's fine, leave him alone. It's fine, it's good. I'm like, okay. Once I get the bucket, we book it to the theater, and we walk in once Deadpool's talking to Happy.
And Chance lets out the biggest yell and stomps his feet saying, fuck.
I didn't mean to.
The theater was so small and there wasn't that many people in there, and you could hear it echo throughout the room.
I didn't mean to. I apologize to the person next to me.
You were not next to anyone. We were in we were in the walkway, the hallway.
Oh no, once I sat down, I started like kicking the seat a little bit, like, this is stupid. I should have left. You know, we gotta go, Sergio. We can't start from right now. I don't know how far we are in the movie. This is stupid. I can't believe this. I can't believe he made me do a fucking shoe rack before we got to see his movie. Now, because of the shoe rack, we're not gonna know what happened at the beginning of the movie. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I felt sorry for the people next to me, so I apologized to them at the end of the movie. So that was our first experience, and luckily for me, I came prepared. I bought a ticket for the next showing before we got to the showing, so I can make sure we see it again, just in case anything happens. That's called being prepared. Anyway, we see it twice in one day, and we love the shit out of this movie. I don't know if I can say for Sergio, but for me, I can't stop watching it. As we're speaking right now, I'm buying more tickets so I can see it again. I saw it 3 times already, and it's not even been a full week yet.
What do you mean? It has been a week.
By the time we're recording this, it's been a week. Like, exactly to the day. 7 days, yes. But holy shit, this movie was amazing. I was so happy. I was screaming the whole time, smiling, clapping, screaming, throwing up, everything. And Sergio's over here just like, who?
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, this is good. I like it. And so that's mainly how I felt about the movie. What about you, Sergio?
I fail to see how it is you downplay my opinion of this movie in so little time. When I literally told you how much I like the movie. I told you that when we got out of the theater, I told you I loved the movie. I thought it was awesome, and I felt like a great homage to the X-Men, as well as a lot of stuff.
Wait. Spoilers, can't spoil. I'm sorry.
I said I paid homage. I didn't say that it. I just paid homage to the movies that before that were not involved in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to downplay you, Sergio, but you have a coolness when it comes to talking about stuff like this. You don't really geek out as much, like with your face or anything like that, to where it's hard to tell. Sometimes you do.
Even when I geek out about something, I end up getting lost in my passion, which you usually do, and I don't want to get lost and get off track where we're just going to start rambling all over again, because I'm trying to keep this into the focus point.
All right. So let's give our ratings. I gave it a 5 out of 5. What about you, Ari?
Also a 5 out of 5.
Sergio?
Same thing.
What was that?
Same thing.
Awesome. I thought you said Anthony. Okay. Now let's get into the spoilers. Let's get into our favorite scenes, quotes, notes, rate, trivia, all those things.
Hooray.
All right. So, what was your favorite scene, Ari?
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
You
There's so many. Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Was it the Wolverine when his shirt ripped off?
That was pretty solid. Yeah, I did like that scene.
Like his abs.
or the fight in the Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
When they were beating the shit out of each other. That was funny.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The way that Wolverine jumped through the front window like freaking Foxy from FNAF.
Now, see, I wouldn't get that joke. Sergio, easy to weigh in on this one?
What?
Can you weigh in on this joke? Because I have no idea what that means, because you know how I am about Finance at Freddy's.
Oh, how like Wolverine did the Foxy jump when he jumped through the front part of the car.
Yes.
That was funny. I literally thought about like the jump scare sound effect when that happened. That was funny. Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite scene I could like pin it down to something. I think the thing that I don't know.
Okay, well, how about I make it easier for you?
Yeah.
When you hear this movie, what's the first scene that pops into your head?
Oh God, what's the first thing that pops in my head? Probably the opening scene.
Yeah,
Bye.
My God, the opening scene.
It was so good.
It was so fucking cool. Him beating the shit out of TVA with the adamantium bones of deceased Logan. Oh my God,
that was so good.
The creativity in his fight scenes are amazing. Like, who thinks they have a fight scene in a Honda Odyssey?
I don't know. But it was pretty good.
Are they like sponsored by like Honda? Honestly, did that help?
That's the thing. I don't think so, because they're pointing at a negative light, but at the end of it, I realized the Honda, like Deadpool says, the Honda Odyssey kicks ass. So I'm not sure. It's a blurred line, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering why they included it, or if it was just like a convenient car they could use. But they were talking so much about it. I was like, are they sponsored by it or something?
I didn't catch a lot of the Easter eggs, honestly. I was too busy like paying attention to the thing right in front of my face. Like people are like, "Oh my God, the Stan Lee this," and
oh yeah, Stan Lee steamers.
That. Like I didn't even look. I was too busy paying attention to Hugh Jackman. Oh, just for right now, like the scene passed by on the screen. The one scene that's sticking in my head right now is when Paradox is like, "Oh yes, they perished" or whatever, and Deadpool goes, "He has risen, baby."
Oh yes, I love that. No, it's the way that he built it up, saying they're my best friends. I tried, but they just didn't listen. I tried. He has risen. Fuck.
He put so much everything into that. Fuck. The visceral reaction to them coming back. That was so funny.
No, wait. Hold on. I gotta find it.
Yeah, it just flashed on the screen not long ago. I was remembering that because of it. That was funny. I've seen people making like TikToks out of it.
Right.
From that audio.
The fact that we are all still standing here is a testament to their heroism. Anyway, there's nothing you or I can do to bring them back now.
He has risen, baby girl.
Fuck!
I knew they would come back, and I knew they were gonna come back too, because they built up saying like they can't do it. It's gonna kill you. You're gonna die. They made a big deal of saying you're not gonna come back. They're gonna come back. They're not gonna kill off Deadpool and Wolverine in a movie called Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, not to mention that both of them have regenerative abilities. So, I mean, if one of them took on all the power, then yeah, they probably would have died. But because they split it between the two of them, they'd be fine.
Right. And you know what? I'm going to bring it up. So people are making jokes about this being a romance, a rom-com. It is. Just if you think it from another point of view. They start they have a bigger relationship with each other at first. Then they start having after one night of passion in the car where they just wreck up the whole car. They end up going to go save the day by holding hands while singing to Madonna, while listening to Madonna. Well, guy's shirt gets ripped off while the whole building blows up.
Enemies to lovers, and then they get a dog.
Exactly,
and then they go party with the family.
Yeah. Exactly.
So good.
So it's the rom-com we need. It's the rom-com we deserve.
Yeah, it's not the one that people thought we were going to get, but it's what we need.
Yeah. And right before I called you guys for the episode, I just finished watching Proposal.
I was going to watch that. I literally saw it on like Disney Plus, and I was like, huh. And I looked at the cover art, and I just remembered just the scene, The Proposal.
I can gently tap the fourth wall too. The Proposal.
What the fuck was that? Bitch, you think that's what I do?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite quotes. Is him saying, "The Proposal." What the fuck is that, bitch? Is that what you think I do? Oh my God. My favorite scenes, the dance intro, the car fight, the Deadpool core fight at the end. Those three. We already said why for the first two, but with the third one, it's like what Spider-Verse was. Like Across the Spider-Verse was with the whole fight scene in the HQ. It was like that, but with the R-rated level. Also, I want to bring up Peter Pool.
This Deadpool's with me.
Oh no.
Holy shit. That's fucking Peter.
It's Peter. That's fucking Peter. Cool.
And you know what's weird? But when I saw him, after my third time watching it, I noticed they must have put like a sock in him or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
right in his nether regions.
Well, because also you have to keep in mind, like, this is just Peter. He doesn't have like protective padded undergarments or like, what is that called? A dancer strap or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
It's just a cup. It's just like a guard.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any of that because he's just a normal ass guy who just has his friend's suit in his locker. So he just has his junk just sitting there because he's not wearing anything else.
This picture, I love this picture. I want to put this in the cover. I'm gonna put this in the cover art. I'm gonna put this on there.
Yeah, just that screenshot right there.
Yes.
You gotta put it with Kid Pool pointing too.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Will this picture get us demonetized though?
No.
No.
No. Oh my god, I love it though, and the fact that everyone has a Peter in their universe. I think this funny how they just don't even mention T.J. Miller the whole movie.
He made such a big deal about that too.
Yeah.
He was like, well, if they even asked me to come back, I wouldn't have because like, dude, you literally didn't even matter in the first one. What the fuck?
All he did was make a joke by saying, "You look like my balls were covered, fucked by my balls." Shit like that. That's the whole
What
joke.
was it, like an old avocado was fucked
Yes,
by
an
my
old
balls,
avocado
something
changed
like
like to make it more gross.
No, that's what he sounded like. That's what he did. It was always something fuck something and made that. That was a joke.
You look like an avocado. Had sex with an older, more disgusting avocado. Yeah. Not gently, like it was hate fucking. Because you look like Freddy Krueger face fucking topographical map of Utah. You're just straight shirt cocking it? Toddler style? It's like he's a Muppet from the waist down, but this time, you can see the Muppet's dick. It's like he was giving birth anally, but they quit halfway through. They got the legs out and they said, you know what? I'm done.
It had something to do with old avocados and a scrotum. Like that was his main joke about like Deadpool's face being.
Yeah, and he said it was a testicle with teeth. See, I remember that. I'm not making things up.
Teeth, there it is. Yep.
I'm not making it up, Sergio. You're just trying to make me sound weird. I'm not weird.
Whenever you do this, you always put in you always make it even more weird by adding like testicles for some reason.
I'm not. This is Deadpool. They always bring it up.
It's not a Deadpool movie if there's not a joke about dick and balls.
Yeah, even a non-verbal one, like what Peter Pool.
That was funny.
I gotta move the picture. I can't stop looking at this.
Dude, like when it was like that scene between Peter and Deadpool in the locker room at the car dealership, and he just was like, I got your suit right here. Like literally, I was like, he's gonna wear the suit.
I don't keep it in my locker so that I can wear it. Keep it in my locker in case we need to saddle up again.
Hey. Like we're sitting there watching the movie, like Peter's gonna put the suit on.
I didn't
at some
think
point.
that. I didn't know Chris had.
I
was so glad he
especially
did.
when he made his new suit at the TVA. I was like, okay, so Peter's gonna come out eventually and take the suit.
See, there you go. Yeah.
We
Why
need
do you put his finger in his mouth?
Enjoy my Peter. That's what Deadpool said when he runs away. Oh my god.
Funny.
Also when he said that, and then I realized, wait, all these Deadpools were in the what's it called? The Abyss? Is that what it's called?
The Void.
The Void.
The Void, yes. And then that made me realize, well, Deadpool is strongly attached to his friends and all his coworkers, but all these other Deadpools are basically variants of that. But they all lost everything. They lost their homes, they lost their families, they lost their friends. So now they say that everyone has a Peter, and they've lost their Peter. And now Peter comes back saying like, "Oh no, it's okay, guys, he's with me."
That totally like checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what you're saying, because like they literally don't give a shit about what our Deadpool wants, because probably from their point of view is like, oh, well, his world is still intact. Why should we help him? Our stuff got fucked and we've been lost in the void for forever. And that's why they were so hell-bent on destroying him. Like, because everything for them got ruined. But yeah, you're right. Like like when Peter shows up, they're like, oh my God, homie. Like,
yeah, they all, because they literally said every Deadpool has a Peter, and now they got another Peter, even though it's not theirs, but it's still Peter.
It's still Peter.
But even B157 seeing him for the first time was like, oh my god, you really fit that suit well. And Paradox yelling, what the fuck is going on?
I thought he just said that because he didn't expect there to be like a Deadpool like that.
No, it was just really quiet. That's why they're just looking at each other for a long period of time. Even what's it called? What's his name? Let's bring up Nice Pool. I I think I realized why he's wearing armor the whole time. It's because he's the only one that has no regenerative powers.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize that. I thought it was like a different type of color or a different type of suit.
No, I figured that out when I first saw it. I noticed that there was a lot more padding to him, and I was like, maybe he doesn't have any powers. It wasn't because his face isn't messed up like Deadpool's.
Yeah. That and he had hair.
Yeah, my guess is that he's like there's like this version of Deadpool that's just perfect, where he's just like everything's figured out. There's always that one universe where everything's already all good for the character, and so I just figured it was something like this where he's the hero, but the thing is like he's not messed up like Deadpool.
Also, I caught a reference. I caught foreshadowing in this scene where he's like, "Hey, look at those guns! Like like him saying he wants Nice Pool's guns. And he's like over my dead body."
Oh, yeah.
I just immediately think of him holding him to the gunfire as he tried to get into.
Look, a donut cart. They're practically hospitals. Oh my god, that one kill me. That whole scene of him trying to kill him the whole time, because like it was all unnecessary.
And the fact is that they established that he has no power, so the fact that he's actively getting shot while Deadpool's trying to motivate him, saying like you're not gonna die, and he's just sitting there getting shot and relentlessly. I'm like, get him out of the way, he's gonna die. I knew it. I knew his head was gonna blow up at some point.
And them stopping at the dog too.
They're like, no, not the dog. And they just let him walk. Also, that Headpool was played by Nathan Fillion. I didn't know that was him specifically, but like, I don't know why when I walked into that movie, I was thinking like, there's no way that Nathan Fillion's not going to be involved because he somehow always gets his shoe in with like fun projects.
He's always he's like in every Guardians of the Galaxy movie too.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he was
like John. What's his last name? The guy who's always in every Pixar movie, but he stopped after.
John Lasseter.
John Ratzenberger.
Yeah, John Ratzenberger.
Lasseter is the guy who used to be in charge of Pixar and then like ruined things and treated people poorly.
Right. Well, yeah, he's back. John Lasseter. I mean, no. Oh God, no. John Ratzenberger's back. He was in Inside Out too.
Yeah, that's right.
As who?
As one of the blobs, the construction crew.
Construction workers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, so there's other cameos from the Deadpool Corps too. Like Blake Lively is Lady Deadpool.
Who's Blake Lively?
Oh, Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Oh,
she's like one of the main characters from Gossip Girl. That's why they made the joke about Gossip Girl.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait. Why is her name Blake Lively if she's married to Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Well, not everyone keeps their last name, Sergio.
What?
Not everyone gets their partner's last name.
No, I know. I'm just asking because I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I don't know. From my experience, I don't see many married couples, and usually married couples I see all have the same last name. So I was just wondering if they just chose to keep their last name, or if they weren't like official yet with the name change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they have kids together though. Like Kidpool was his daughter's. I forgot their name. That's one of her daughters, and Baby Pool was also the other one. They had two kids.
Oh, that Baby Pool was mostly CGI.
The Voice.
Oh, the Voice. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I noticed a lot of these. I've seen some people talking about it online. They referenced like how many of these Deadpools are in comic books. I was just wondering about this this cyborg kind of Deadpool over here on the.
Oh, the one that's like all lit up.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Looks like a girl Deadpool.
I think it's a guy. I don't know.
Oh, that's a girl.
Those look like boobs, dude.
Yeah.
Hard for me to tell because the lighting just distorts.
That Deadpool's in another frame. It's one of the frames where they're fighting, and that Deadpool runs past the camera.
Oh yeah. I guess we'll see that frame then.
I like the one on the far right. That's like a Greatest Showman Deadpool.
Oh, I didn't even notice that one.
He's got the little like ringleader rope too.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. And also, Cowboy Deadpool is voiced by Matthew McConaughey.
That's funny.
So what else was the Deadpool Corps?
Oh yeah, they also have a Zen Deadpool.
Oh yeah, with the arms.
What?
You talking about the one that tries doing
the samurai one?
Yeah, the samurai one.
No, not the samurai one. The Zen one.
You're talking about the one on the left?
Yes.
That looks like a monk.
This one?
Yes, that's actually a comic book character called Zenpool. Apparently, he goes insane, but it's in an alternate universe where he becomes a villain, I guess, or then ultimately at peace and becomes like an amazing superhero. It's basically like if Deadpool became like the most righteous superhero, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, the Deadpool we were talking about earlier, the cyborg one. That's a girl.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay. It was hard to see with all the lights.
That's fair.
Also, they got Wrexham Deadpool.
What?
Wrexham. So Ryan
like
Reynolds
soccer.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, the creator of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and also Mac from that show, they own a soccer company. They own a football league in Wrexham.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know that was their symbol.
Yeah. Let's talk about favorite quotes. You guys have any favorite quotes from the movie? There's a lot.
Oh, girl, you crazy.
Oh yeah, from the end credit scene.
Yeah. that one I've had stuck in my head. Just the way he said it. So freaking funny.
That's one of my favorite quotes too, is with Johnny Storm with him saying, "She can lick my goddamn cinnamon ring clean and kick roots all the way to bald hell. In fact, I don't give a shit if she removes all my skin and pops me like some nightmare blood balloon. If that last thing I do is godforsaken cum gutter existence is that light for fuck box on fire, I still won't die happy." And even when Deadpool leaves, I'm like, "Go on, Johnny."
You know, when I first heard of that, and I was thinking about Chris Evans. I can't see him mostly because of his portrayal of Captain America. But then I went back and I remembered his character in the first Fantastic Four movies, and I was thinking, I could totally see Johnny Storm saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the cameos. What do you guys think about the cameos?
Honestly, I liked it. I especially liked Henry Cavill's portrayal of Wolverine.
Yep.
Yeah, it took me minutes for me to realize that was him. I'm like, wait, because I was really close to the screen and also 3D too, so it was hard for me to tell.
Because of the sheer amount of facial hair that distorted it for me too.
Yeah, that too.
But then he said the Wolverine. I was like, holy shit! I was like, yes.
Because there was rumors about that going on, like with rumors of him being in MCU and being the new Wolverine. Him and Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, who is he?
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw images of that, like people photoshopping him on the Wolverine of Hugh Jackman's old Wolverine body kind of thing. Photoshop that. And I was like, that seems a bit off, mostly because of what I've seen Daniel Radcliffe in before. I can't really see it, but I guess his height might be a factor. But then I saw Henry Cavill as a Wolverine. I was like, you know what, that could actually work. I would like to see that.
Yeah, but then again, I thought the same thing when I saw Gambit, but then when I heard his voice, I'm like, oh God, yeah, no. Yeah, no. There's a reason why they didn't make that movie. And if they did, they wouldn't have had him do that voice. We just had an American accent.
I remember seeing Gambit, and I remember it was so much resemblance to the animated series Gambit, and I was like, I could actually do with this. It's just that his the way he talks in the movie, it's just really hard to understand.
Yeah, because he's supposed to have a Cajun accent from Louisiana, but it didn't come across as that. It came more as I just immigrate from France voice, accent.
But that's how he usually talks in the cartoon. He's French.
Yeah, but not. Yes, but we understand what he's saying in the cartoon.
Also, Cajun refers to Roman Catholic Church.
Also, Southern Louisiana area.
Let's see.
Are you looking it up right now?
Well, yeah, because I want to make sure I'm getting this right.
Gotta believe me, man. I'm from there.
It up because I remember them saying it a lot in the show, and I was curious about what it was. It says a member of a largely self-contained communities in the bayou areas of southern Louisiana, formed by descendants of the French Canadians, speaking an Arctic form of French.
Told you.
Oh, okay. So they're both So they're both Louisiana and French. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I told you, Sergio.
Well, yeah, that means that he's also French.
Yeah, I did say that. I did, right? Did I say that already?
Oh, you did.
Okay, cool. I'm not going crazy.
No, you said that he was part of the bayou of Louisiana, and you said that didn't match with his accent, which sounded French. But right here it says that it does match because he is from the French. He's descended from French.
Isn't this similar to how people in Canada also speak French?
Well, yeah. That's because it was colonized by the French. But
there you go.
Also, there are some actual cities in Canada where the
Did you just say Canada?
Damn it! Hang on, I'm getting Canada with all this stuff. In Canada, there actually are cities that forbid you from speaking anything else besides the French language.
The French language. Oh my God.
Yeah, there are actually some cities like that. It's kind of like the language police or something like that.
The language police.
Yeah, you could actually get fined for not speaking the language.
I'm sorry, that sounds like I don't want to make our Canadian audience get mad, but that sounds like a joke. I'm sorry. That sounds like who are you? The language police? Yes, I am.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Heard it from and another YouTubers, like they were talking about how they went to Canada, and in certain cities they went to, you can only find one language, and they did not allow any translations on any of the text or anything. No signs, no menus for restaurants, nothing. Just one language, no translations.
Wow. I want to talk about Blade. When I saw Blade, I lost my shit. I shook Sergio almost out of the chair, and I stood up, started clapping and screaming at the screen.
You didn't stand up.
Yeah, I did. My lost track because you're still trying to get back on the seat because I threw you off the chair.
At first, I didn't recognize him, and I thought like, oh, it's Blade, but I couldn't tell who it was at first. And I was like, is this like the introduction of like the new Blade? And I was looking at him more closely, and I noticed his white patch on his beard. I was like, no, that's Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah, there's no way of telling the difference between them. That is Wesley Snipes. In his first line, I can't forgot what his first line in the movie was.
I was not expecting to see you here. Thought you were, retired.
Retarded?
Retired. I'm already in the void. I'm not trying to get canceled again.
I don't like you.
You never did.
I didn't get the honestly. I didn't get the joke for that one where he's like he got canceled twice. He already got canceled.
Wasn't he just talking about his movies?
Or you know what? Think about that. That could work. Yeah, because he also had a TV show that was going to happen with Donald Glover making it on FX, but then it got canceled.
To be honest, I don't understand why it is they're taking so long to come out with more Blade related stuff. Because there are comics of him. He's still pretty prevalent. But remember how we talked about how what was his name again? The actor who was going to play Blade.
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali. He was complaining about how they haven't even started filming yet. And I was thinking, why is it that they're taking so long to come up with a movie or even a series with this stuff? Because they could make a lot of good stuff with this.
Well, I can sort of see why, kind of. Playing devil's advocate, but maybe because there's different ideas and different it's not only the director's vision, it's also the producer's vision, how they want it to proceed, also the company and how they want to use their characters and how they need to go to strict guidelines for it. Like it reminds me of when Sergio, remember Phineas and Ferb, Mission Marvel?
Yeah, what about it?
So there's a whole thing about that where they're making it short, and there's a point in the episode where they switch powers, but they need to have an explanation of why they changed the powers. And the people over at Marvel were very strict on saying what they want their superheroes to look like and what powers they can have and what they can't have and why they can't have it. So there's a whole scene in that short, and why am I saying short? In that episode where they're saying, so why can't I just have the power, like the glove? And Thor's explaining it to Iron Man or Spider-Man. That's what I mean.
Stick out my hand, right? Come on, baby. Come to Papa.
That is not how it works.
What do you mean? I've got your powers.
Wielding Mjolnir is about worthiness, not power.
Really?
It's a fine distinction, but an important one.
Okay, never mind. What about the lightning? How do I control that?
Actually, that only works with the hammer.
What about flying? I've seen you fly.
Well, yes. But not without the hammer.
Not without the hammer, right.
What you mean when they talk about why you can't call Mjolnir?
Yeah. So that's just their way of making a joke of
Thor's lore. Everyone knows that in order to get his hammer, you have to be worthy.
Well, yeah, but they're saying, what if I put in an elevator that falls down? It's like logical questions that they had to ask during the episode, while making it. It's sort of the same thing that happens with basically all Marvel movies. That's why it takes so long for them to make. And
there have been shows where superheroes have switched powers, like the episode in Earth's Mightiest Heroes where everyone got Hulk powers.
Right. I'm just saying. So I'm using that as an example of how hard it is to make superhero movies and make them differently, and also sort of integrate them with a bigger universe in a way. Yeah, it could be standalone, but this is a Marvel Cinematic Universe in Phase 5. We're no longer having standalone stories, and if they are, they're connected to something bigger that we haven't seen before.
I guess it's true, but still, then why do they continuously tease us with other characters and their franchises when they don't go anywhere with it?
Because they don't know what the hell they're doing anymore. I mean, we have a goddamn hand coming out of the earth since Eternals, and no one's ever mentioned it.
Oh, actually, factually, fun fact coming up soon. Allegedly, that corpse of the giant or whatever it's called. What was it? What was his name?
Celestial?
Yeah, what was his name? Didn't he have a name?
I don't remember.
But they didn't really mention it.
But yeah, the Celestial. The Celestial is supposed to be bursting out of the earth. Allegedly, that's where they're going to introduce adamantium, that they're mining adamantium from the Celestial's body.
That actually makes sense.
Like that's like someone, I don't remember where I saw it, but someone was saying that it's been kind of like leaked that that's part of, that might be a plot point of what was the name, the new
Captain America?
movie. Yeah.
You know
that might be a plot point in that movie.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't
What do you
know.
mean?
Like they could mention it at some point.
They could, but it doesn't make sense for it to be part of the movie because they're not going for it.
I'm not saying that would be a central thing, but I feel like that would be something that'd be like offhand mentioned because the theme of that movie just seems to be like wanting to militarize superheroes.
I think
and that could be like, oh, well, we want to do this, you know, like they could just throw it in there so that people who forgot about it would remember that even happened.
You know what?
I don't know though.
I think they actually showed the hand in the trailer.
Oh, I don't know. I just watched it the other day, but maybe.
Yeah, right here. It's a big hand. I think. Probably. Yeah, it is a hand.
Yeah, it is. There it is. Look.
Oh yeah. Okay. I take it back. I was wrong. Okay, they bring it back.
So
8 years later.
Now I think I got an understanding of what this is going for. They originally had a plan to reveal it later in the series, but with all the movies like not doing so well, they decided to take a step back and actually try to plan it out more because they feel like they're trying to pump out. At first, it feels like they were trying to pump out superhero movies with half-baked ideas, and now they're taking time, like only releasing this one, which is already ready to be released. They're trying to take a step back and more carefully plan out how they want to make their movies and how do they want them to be executed. They're trying to give the people who are working on them a little more time to fully finish the movie.
Right.
I would hope so.
Also, side note: Eternals, worst in credit scenes of all time. Worst in credit, like post credit scenes.
Oh yeah, that was dumb. That was so dumb. What a stupid last ditch effort to get like younger people to want to watch movies like that.
You guys like Harry Styles, right?
That was literally them going, "Hey Gen Alpha, you should watch this because your man is going to be the next one."
Guys, we got Harry Styles in the Marvel Studios. I saved the universe. I like that. It's like in Smiley Friends. I saved the show.
Oh God.
No one knows what that means. And anyway,
I have not watched Smiling Friends.
I bet
we should
everyone
talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
We should talk about that at some point because I think about Smiling Friends all the time.
Yeah, I literally went to the Petco the other day and I saw a frog toy. It looked like Mr. Frog.
Hello, I'm not sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, just Marvel nowadays. Back to Marvel. They just don't know. They just throwing things at the wall that they don't even know what they're gonna use anymore. Because even things that they think that they're gonna use, like the Venom from Spider-Man No Way Home, that post-credit scene with the Tom Hardy giving an Amazon delivery to the MCU, giving them a Venom and leaving, they forgot about that. They're like, fuck this, we're not gonna do that anymore.
Actually, I don't know if they can do anything about that because technically Marvel no longer owns the rights to Spider-Man. That's Sony. So it depends on whether or not Sony wants to do anything with that.
No, they said no, fuck it, we're gonna put a cup over that Venom thing.
Well, yeah, they did that in the Sony one, in the Venom Last Dance, the third one.
Yeah,
that's still Sony though.
But that was an MCU.
Yes, but it's still Sony.
No, it's in the same bar as it was in MCU, with them explaining everything. The bartender explaining everything about the MCU.
Oh yeah, that is weird. Yeah, they pick up on where the MCU left off with that post-credit scene in the exact same bar.
Yeah, and then
which like I get it, continuation, but still like that's weird.
Yeah, it's done now. They just covered it.
Because
they put a cup over it.
That takes place in the MCU, and then where Venom takes place is in the Sony universe. So are they gonna explain multiversal travel or what? Because like
they already did that when Venom tried to show Eddie what he experiences as in the after credits of Venom 2, and they kind of transported into the same universe when Peter botched up the spell. Yeah. So they might do that.
But they might not, though.
I'm also curious. There was a loose end in Venom 2. Whenever the cop, they were fighting with Carnage and Venom on top of the rooftop at the church.
Yeah.
The cop had signs of a symbiote, and I thought that was how they're going to introduce Toxin.
I think they're having Toxin in this one.
It doesn't make sense for that because Toxin doesn't appear in this movie, in the trailer anyways. It would be interesting to see him, but I'm not sure if they're going to introduce it or not.
Probably not, but all we know is that they're going to be... The only thing that's consistent about Sony is how they're inconsistent. That's the only thing. We got Morbius talking to fucking Michael Keaton, like the Vulture, saying, I have a problem. So I think it has something to do with Spider-Man. Intriguing. Morbius doesn't know who the fuck Spider-Man is.
No, they didn't say it was Spider-Man. They just said that he wasn't in his home.
He said, I'm here in this world. Has something to do with Spider-Man, I think.
He said that. Well, he said he was starting to make up a team.
Yeah, because you make me.
It had nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Are you making me go to YouTube? You're making me go to YouTube, bro.
Go ahead.
Okay, I am.
Thanks for meeting me, Doc. I've been reading about you.
I'm listening.
I'm not sure how I got here. Has to do with Spider-Man, I think.
See?
Oh.
He doesn't know who the fuck Spider-Man is.
The question: how does he know it has something to do with Spider-Man?
I don't know.
So then, why did they mention that?
I don't know.
What was the whole point of that?
I don't know.
Because they already did the Sinister Six with everyone else in the Spider-Man No Way Home.
I can't help but feel that that's just them going, "Hey guys, jingle jingle, don't forget Spider-Man, jingle jingle, Spider-Man.
Yeah, but
keep
they
your
don't
attention here, Spider-Man."
They're not even explaining why he was in that universe. They said, "Oh yeah, because of the rip from No Way Home." But why is he back in the jail? And why did he get released? Why did he get released?
He got released because they didn't know him.
Oh, okay, that's good. Thanks for that. Okay, then why did Morbius drive in the middle of the fucking desert to meet this guy he doesn't know, to tell him about something about for someone he doesn't even know about? It's how he could build a team.
They mentioned that he sent him a message.
No, it didn't show him getting a message. Just shows him driving. Just shows him driving.
Yeah.
Sony's like that kid that tells. It's like, I don't know. It's like that kid that tells you, "Don't do this without me being there." Okay, it's like supervising.
They're trying to make like their own little universe because they already did that with Spider-Verse. Are they trying to make it like a live action universe?
I don't know if they would succeed.
No, don't. Because there are already rumors saying that they're gonna have Jaden Smith as Miles Morales, and I don't want that. I will boycott the movie if they have Jaden Smith as Miles Morales.
No, you'll just call me and complain about it the entire time.
Probably, more than likely. That and also the kid from Stranger Things, because there's only two black kids in cinema today.
Good lord.
And maybe the kid from Cobra Kai, but that's a huge stretch.
I don't even remember Cobra Kai. I only started watching like season 1 and I forgot about it.
Well, we should definitely watch this. Really good. It goes fast and
I don't
furious.
have Netflix anymore, so that's an issue.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do we want to talk about the Deadpool and Wolverine?
Right.
Already said favorite quotes, favorite scenes. Now what? And ratings.
And notes.
Notes.
You got any notes for the movie, or any questions, or stuff like that?
Nope. 10 out of 10. Solid. I don't think I could have done it any better. Oh, the one little thing that bothered me was just that they used the TVA, but literally never mentioned Loki. I feel like like if you're gonna use all of that and even use like the side characters, I know that this probably takes place before season 2 of Loki, but still, like I feel like there should have been some kind of mention of that. It just felt weird not to have had like a mention of it.
They do mention Loki because after Loki is able to sustain all the timelines by giving them his power, it branches off into all different timelines. It's just that I mentioned that that Deadpool's universe is dying, so they put this Paradox in charge of it to watch over it. But he says he wants them to go back to how they were and prune the entire universe. And even Deadpool mentions Loki in when he sees the big cloud monster.
Oh yeah, he says like from Loki season 1 episode 5?
From Loki season 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so they mentioned it. It's just that this happens after Loki has already done everything in his show. So
wait, that's interesting though, because didn't Sylvie like tame Eliath, or was that just temporary? I don't remember, because I remember like season 1, didn't she like use her magic to like calm him down so that they could get out of there?
I think that that was the other one. That was olden Loki. Old Loki.
No, old Loki is the one that made the giant illusion. Sylvie uses her powers to subdue Eliath.
Eliath?
Yeah, Eliath is the giant monster that comes and eats people, right? Yeah. But old Loki, he's the one who makes the giant diversion, and it's not till later on that
I think we gotta rewatch.
Our Loki figures out that Sylvie has like her powers work differently than his because of how differently they grew up. So she's able to like make Eliath chill out for a second, but I don't know. Like I just thought that was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't think she actually tamed them because he's still over here hunting for food. It's like trying to tame an animal, kind of like how they do in Nope. You can't really tame a predator. You can only make a deal with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. So I got 2 notes. That's mainly it. That's it. I noticed when you see Deadpool going to go find another Wolverine, he comes across one that's about to fight the Hulk, and let me see.
And he says the line from the first Avengers movie.
Never mind. Okay. What else was there? In the beginning of the movie, when Deadpool goes to Happy, it says he's from Earth 616. That's the MCU.
Yes.
Oh, you brought this up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they over to when he's at the DMV, right?
What?
No, not the dealership.
No. It's later after he's done with the interview. It says 6 years later at Earth 10005. That's the Fox universe. How did he go there with the time machine?
He didn't go there with the time machine. It's already broken.
No, he has it on while he's in the meeting.
I don't know. I gotta watch it a second time.
Where is it?
It's on his arm. Wait, see? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If it goes through time, it can't go through different universes.
Yes, that brings up the question: how do you get there? We never established that it goes through dimensions; it just goes through time.
Yeah. So you're with me on this. So I'm not going crazy.
Yes, I know. I'm the one who brought it up when we first watched it.
I brought it up to you.
Yes, you said that. How is it that he got to the dimension with that thing? And I told you he can't travel through dimensions; it only travels through time. So I bring up the question: how is it he does that? Because that thing does not work like that, and they haven't even established how it works, like how it does work, or they didn't even show him using it when he left. So why do you think that was connected to that?
What do you mean?
Why did you think that thing that allows him to travel through time made him go to another dimension?
I didn't think that. That's what the movie makes us think. That's what the movie made us think.
It in this movie.
He used it and then he said he destroyed it. I'm guessing.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah.
It didn't specifically say when or where, but we both know that it can't travel through dimensions. At least that's what we know.
Okay, so March 14, 2018. Yeah, so Tony Stark is alive at this point. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was thinking about that too.
And how long does it say that it goes into the future? Like 5 years?
6. He said nowadays.
All right, is that after Endgame or
no? 2023 is when Endgame happens.
So what time? You know what? I'm not gonna even question about the timeline right now because it's just confusing.
No, because it says 5 years later after they chopped off Thanos' head. So the rest of the movie is 5 years later in 2023.
So then when place does Deadpool and Wolverine take place?
The rest of the movie takes place in present day, 2024, as we're recording.
So that's what I was asking. It takes place after Endgame.
Yes. I'm confused right now. What do you mean?
Well, yes, because you said that it takes place in you stopped right here to confirm that it takes place to when Tony is still alive. So then I asked, how long does it take? What's the time skip between this part and the rest of the movie? You said 6 years. So I was like, okay, so it takes place after Endgame. And you said no.
Oh, okay. I see why it's 2018 though, because that's when the last Deadpool movie came out, 2018. So it was during that time with him going back in time and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. I was wondering why that specific time, but now I got more reassurance of why it was there. Makes more sense now. Okay, so that's mainly it. You guys have anything else to say about Deadpool and Wolverine?
No, I think we talked about everything we need to talk about.
I think we got it.
All right, that's our episode for Deadpool and Wolverine, everyone. And we'll see you next one. Thank you, Ari, for having us. Crap.
You done goofed.
It's all good.
Thank you, Ari.
Just switch it around.
Thank you, Ari, for joining us.
There you go.
And you can follow her on Animated Ari. Or where else they can follow you on?
TikTok, Twitter. Don't really use it, but I'm there. Instagram. I'm on, what is it? Kara. I'm on Kara now. That's where I post my artwork.
Can you just put the links in the description?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just because Instagram is doing that stupid AI scraping thing, so I'm not posting anything there anymore.
All right.
But that's where you can find me.
All right, great. And you know where you can find us at. And if not, you can hear us on the outro. All right, later. Bye. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok at Brick Wall Cinema. Have a cinematic day.